Hello, everyone, and welcome to Alumni series, one of the most important series for our existing students who are aspiring chartered accountants, as it gives a very good guideline to the individuals about their future career path. In this alumni series, I always welcome our previous students who are performing very well in the market, as their insights are really important for you guys when you go for your practical life. Today, my guest is Arsalan Mehmood Khan, one of my brightest students. Like, there are some people from whom you meet and you always feel good whenever you talk with them, and he's one of those individuals. Whenever I interact with them as a student, as a friend, I always feel proud that okay, there are good people in the industry and in this market who are serving very well. So Arsalan has a very good experience. He has been serving the accountancy career since 15 years. I remember he was my student, like, I think 6 to 7 years ago. Currently, he is in Canada, working in Coca Cola, and a very good and diverse experience he holds. He's an ACCA member with a 15 years of experience. He worked in Pakistan, he worked in UK, he worked in Middle East, and now currently working in Canada. So I believe his diverse experience and the discussions which we'll be doing will be really valuable for you guys. So one important thing before we deep dive into the session, if you have any query, you want to ask anything, those who are connected with us on Zoom, they can ask us on the chat box. Those who are watching us on Facebook Live, they can ask us on the Facebook comments. Those on the YouTube, they can also connect there. And anyone who will be watching the recording, obviously, they can later on message us. So these all things. Now, first of all, Arsalan, thank you for taking out time, and obviously it's midnight there. So thank you for taking out time, and I would say that this is the contribution which you guys are doing, and the primary aim, I always say that these alumni share their experience because they don't want you guys to face those struggles which they faced in their career. So they want to share their experience with you guys so that you can directly move ahead till the experience they have gained. So Arsalan, first question, obviously, welcome to you on board in our alumni series. And then I'm obviously connecting the first question along with it, a very important one.
Yeah.
Sir, do the ACCA has the equivalent recognition in that US and Canada side? And because we normally listen that it's a UK based qualification, so I want you to share your brief introduction and then put some light on this question also.
All right, Owais. Thank you very much for taking the time out, um, having me here to share my experience with you guys. Uh, Talking about ACC as a qualification or as a professional qualification, uh, it has been there with me since last, I would say, more than 10 years because I qualified in 2015. So since then, this designation or this professional qualification has helped me and all the other people, all the other students or the professional affiliates of ACC or members of ACC a lot in their journey. Talking about the qualification separately or independently, exclusively about the qualification only, it is not only a qualification, it is a challenge that everyone takes. Because professionally, if you see, there are not hundreds or thousands or millions of people getting into these qualifications and then trying their luck out to get qualified later on in any span of time that they think they would. But it's a very difficult task. It's a very challenging task. And then uh, when once you enter the market or when once you get to get qualified and affiliated, or even before that, uh, people think a lot about this qualification comes from England. It's a qualification that is mostly recognized in the UK, not anywhere. I'm sitting in front of you. I can like show you more than thousands of people, even in Canada, who even don't have CPAs because since last 5 years, CPA has actually held the kind of contract that they have ACCA. If any ACCA is coming here, they can directly go into getting it registered with CPA because the qualification has kind of a contract with them and they can like mutually recognize each other here as well. But that's not there anymore. So even then, we don't have any CPA. I don't have any CPA for now because that route has gone like frozen for now. But still, you can see me wherever I go, like I was in Pakistan, it was a myth for people having ages of above 30 to get into the audit firms. I'm sitting in front of you. So Allah Ta'ala has blessed everyone. It's only about how you get into it, how you take things, how positive you are in your life, how motivated you are to get your achievements that or the kind of goals that you set. You wanna go to them, you wanna get those goals. So you'll have to work hard for them. That's what everyone does. That's what I did as well. Like I took my chances. I always wanted to get into audit firms. Got too late after my qualification. I started working in industry, but still I kept on trying on it. And Alhamdulillah, I went to the Middle East because of this qualification, because it's recognized globally. And in the meanwhile, I was also applying for immigration for this country as well, for Canada. And I got into Canada in 2023. And when I came here directly from Middle East, I got the same response like Middle East as well. So back in England, then in Pakistan, then in the Middle East, and then here I am in Canada as well. In a couple of months, I got my job in one of the biggest multinationals of the world. I wouldn't say in Canada only, but of the world. And since I came here, I kept on applying for jobs. I had different areas, different companies coming in, but I chose Coca Cola Canada. Why? Because it was an MNC and it's like recognized everywhere. And I thought the experience I would take from this company would be like better than anything. So they're talking about the recognition of the qualification. You can see the experience is enriching. Wherever I go, this experience is like this qualification, this professional qualification is adding into my experience big time. So there's no second thought about it that you cannot, if it's a UK qualification or if it's a qualification that's coming only from one country, it won't be recognized anywhere. ACCA is a big time recognizer. Wherever you go, you get jobs. It's all about how kind of motivated you are, how prepared you are, how you are at selling yourself. It's not only about getting the qualification done. One of the most critical things is to make your attitude or your professional stature in a way that you present yourself as not only being qualified but also being competent enough to get the job done as well that you're applying for. Because qualification only gives you a certification. It's about you. It's on you. That if how you sell yourself off and how you get the job or any interview that you're going through, how successful you are in getting the jury or the examiner to see that you have the spark in you and you can do it. What they want from you is going to be coming from you as well.
Arsalan, I completely agree with you. And the thing which you said that ACC is a global qualification. This is what I used to say to my students in orientation also. Like ACC is a global passport. It is one of those qualification after which you are not required to give any equivalency exam anywhere in the world because you are an internationally affiliated person. And as you said that you don't hold CPA Canada, and normally back a decade back, it was a mindset that, okay, once you are done with ACCA, if you want to go for Canada, you want to go for the CPA first. But as you said that thing is no more and still you are working in one of the top multinational. But Arsan, one very important thing which I've always noticed in you, like when you were my student also, you were one of those students who had very good soft skills, like you were in very good communication, your presentation and all, because when we teach the students we can notice them, like someone coming in just a t-shirt or a trouser or in shorts or something, like you guys used to come from the office, like I remember your group and all. So you were very good in that communication and soft skill, and you highlighted that also. Like it's not just the technical expertise which you hold, it is how you sell yourself, how you present yourself. So in this regard, I want that the aspiring chartered accountants, because the audience we hold are the future. Now we guys are getting the outdated generation, these latest individual who are the aspiring chartered accountants. What you advise them on the importance of the soft skill and how they should develop them. This word, how that, like everyone know that, okay, communication is very important, but how to develop that good communication, how to develop that good presentation, because I have seen that in you from the very beginning.
Okay, this is something that's not natural. It's something that you can work on. Soft skills are crucial. They are pretty vital in your career, in the growth of your career, or at the start of your career even, because it gives you a chance to get highlighted. If you have good soft skills, if you are working on them, they are they would actually take you to wherever you want to go, because they would help you very much in showing yourself off, uh, and how to build them. The question was how to build them. So soft skills, uh, you don't have to, go for any classes for this. You for your communication, for your soft skills, everyone has to get this experience through webinars, through various different seminars or different kind of sessions that are getting held by a lot of good motivators, good public speakers. So getting the first pillar of this soft skill is your confidence. Getting your confidence in the right manner is very crucial. Because if you have the confidence to stand up and speak, that will give you the soft skill of speaking, of communication, which is very, very important to, I mean, in any way, in any field, in any struggle that you have, in any goal that you have set. If you're not able to, pass on your message, pass on what you want to say to the people looking at you, it won't happen. It cannot happen until you make them realize in the words which are required, the communication that is required. The soft skills is first is communication, that okay, it's but what your message is getting transferred as well. Second thing, the use of computers or any other tool which is very important to get yourself and your soft skill enhanced. Presentation, your PowerPoint, all of these different tools which are very much important for you to to actually present whatever you want, or to pass on your message to the jury. It's very important. So soft skill has contributed a lot in my career as well. Um, since I like started studying, it was not only my kind of I would say that it wasn't only that something I willed, or my insight was saying, but this is something that was very important to take up as well in my own self as well, because otherwise you won't be like getting highlighted anyway if you don't have the set soft skill. If you cannot communicate well, if you don't have the power to present anything in front of the team or the engagement, you have to, like, whenever you go anywhere, you have to have all those tools with you which can make you prove that okay, this is something that I am capable of doing. And soft skill is big time important in that
One
as well.
important
So
thing, Arsalan, I will add, like, which I have seen you, like, you started your job when you were 18 years. So
yeah,
start your job like entering in the practical world, because until we are into the job we think that we are the smartest guy in the room. When we enter into the job market we feel that, oh, whatever we studied is zero, like it now
yeah,
the new journey starts. And second thing which I always remember is that you used to teach your friends, you used to teach your colleagues. And it's not like earning money, it's like when you teach, when you speak, your communication gets very improved. So Arsalan is, I would say, a bit in Urdu we say kanjus in sharing his actual journey. Like, see, but that thing which I always remember, like he used to teach with his friends and all his group. Like, okay, I missed that class, I cannot understand. Arsalan say, okay, come to me, I'll guide you. So that's very important. And starting a job at a very early age, and as Arsalan emphasized it multiple times, that it's about selling yourself. And I always say that, okay, when someone is hiring you at a job, it is like he's purchasing your time. And just like think that you go and purchase a shirt. So we don't purchase a shirt which is like, which has a small stain here, which is like torn from here, or the color is not good. We buy a perfect thing. So similarly, when we hire an employee, we want a perfect thing. Perfect in technical knowledge, that ACCA will make you. But perfect in your presentation, in your communication, in each and everything. That's really important. Arsalan, one important thing, like you have been to UK, you have been to the Middle East region, you worked in Pakistan in the top banks, like you worked in Bank Al Falah, in UK you worked, then in Middle East, Bahrain you worked, in Canada you are working in Coca Cola, which is obviously one of the top companies. So, how do you see the technology impacting this accountancy profession? And like, what is your opinion that what is the future of the accountants, like with this AI and everything coming in? Because today there is no limited knowledge, it's a flood of knowledge, so we have to filter it and we need to listen from the people who are in the industry. Like, what do you think that how technology will evolve our profession?
Uh, Technology has taken a big shape. It's a very dynamic some of environment. It's a kind of environment where you would see like people are only enriching their experience through getting more technologically advanced. They are doing different certifications, they're doing different courses, which are very important for everyone to bring themselves like right into the market where there that is required. Like if you talk about the technology which we've been using, uh, Oracle it's very important. Like right now I'm doing SAP, it's very important as well. These all these technological tools, these softwares, financial modeling has been a very uh, helping tool in getting the numbers or analytically like proving any numbers which are feasible for the company or not. Technology throughout has been very dynamic and it's still like going on top of everything. So making yourself technologically capable is, I would say, very important or is as important as the qualification. As if you are professionally very qualified and if technologically you're not that balanced, if your qualification is not having any kind of contribution of technology in them and you're not enhancing your technological or your computer skills, this is going to become a challenge because anywhere where you go in the industry, people not only see what you are speaking or what your qualification is, they would also see your skills in terms of how good you are at computers, at softwares, at the soft skills. All of these contribute a lot. So the use of technology, everyone has to get into it like just like the qualification. Like people are studying like 16 hours, 18 hours. I can see a lot of people doing more than 20 hours even when you're studying. But if you're not technologically taking those as a challenge, it's like you can see, and even in the qualification, when we used to study, there was a pen, there was a paper. We used to have exams like that. Then when I started ICAEW, my exams went on computers, and later on I heard about ACCA as well, that ACCA has gone on computers as well. So everything that was on the paper and pen has gone into computers. So that's what is that? That's actually the use of technology that even the examiners are getting into. And those examiners are not only the ones which are from our age. There are a lot of people who have like 40 years, 30 years of experience. They're checking the papers. So you can see they were not that technologically, I mean, opted into these computers and then getting the exams checked over the computers. But now people are, even those old age people are doing it. So if those people can do it, we have to. If you are not knowing the use of computers, even the qualification cannot be done. This is the use of technologically, or this is the use of or this modern culture that we are adopting these days.
I
So yeah,
completely agree, Arsalan. And as you said, that learning the technology and using the technology is very important. Like I always say that don't consider technology as your enemy. It is something which is assisting in our role. Like one thing which you said that how the things evolved from the paper and pen to the computer, and then when we talk about the AI, if we look at the role of the accountant, like if we go back like 50 years or 100 years back, the accountants used to be like bookkeepers or what we say in Urdu as munshi. Uh,
yeah,
uh, the addition and subtraction. Then the computer came. So it was an evolution in the world that, okay, there is Microsoft Excel and so many things. And then the ERP softwares came, like you said, Oracle and all, like which integrated everything. And then the world evolved, and now we are in the era of AI and artificial intelligence. So I always say that only human being who will not be replaced by technology is that human being who will use the technology, will
true.
make the technology as his friend. Like even if we look at a taxi driver, that taxi driver has also become smart. He also uses that mobile phone and he uses the Kareem app to get a passenger. Like he's not stubborn or something that no, I'll not use the Kareem app. He will not use it. He'll just be outdated. Even we as teachers, if we don't go for online learning and technology, we are obviously out of the market. So Salan, Very important things which you've highlighted in this session till now is that ACCA is not just a qualification; it's a challenge. It's the journey which you are starting, and obviously the motivation and commitment throughout the journey is very important. One very important thing: the exams are starting next month, and you remember your those student times. So, if you want to put some light on this thing, that okay. Uh, since the exams are just next month, so there will be students who are busy in their jobs, were not able to give sufficient time to study. Maybe they faced failures in the previous exam attempt. So, how to keep themselves committed and motivated in this journey? And just, I always say that, okay, if we look back 10 years, everything was meant to happen for today. But when we look forward, we always feel frustrated and stressed that, okay, how the things will go on. So, if you can put some light for the students who are just planning to go for the exams in the next month.
Uh, I would say we were lucky to sit in the exams. We're very blessed to sit in the exams because we get the opportunity to sit in those exams as well. Failure is fatal, I understand, but it's not the end of the world. Like in professional qualification, when you sit in the exams, the only thing that will save you from getting a failure, experiencing a failure, is the hard work. So, like when I was studying, when we were studying, me, my friends, I used to always sit in those people who would keep me motivated and positive, and they would study a lot. They would sit early in the morning before the class. They would always prepare for the class one day before the class. So if you remember, even in ICW, while I was already got done with the qualification, I had my experience going on. I was the only one in my in the bank who got selected for this ICW scholarship that I had. So even that was a challenge with the qualification getting done during your professional experience that is getting counted as well. You're coming from your office straight to your class, and then you're attempting your paper on the next day, very next day, and then you cannot even leave your job at the same time because you've got your different project going on. And if you're leading those projects, you will have to be a part of those. So failure was something that was always there as a fear that it might come anytime. But what we always used to do in getting ourselves motivated was to get all the arrangement or that kind of preparation that is required in terms of time management, in terms of getting the past papers done, in terms of getting the all the exam success points that are required. I'm not getting into a lot of depth, but yes, all of those points which are required from the very first day. Exams on like 3 months after when you start or 6 months after you start. But if you keep that thing as a goal in your mind from the first day that okay, after 6 months or after like 180 days or 90 days, I have this kind of hurdle coming in my life and I want to get successful in it. So you start preparing for the first day from the very first day. You will not sit down and just take the class. You will go to the teacher. You will ask them what is the plan for tomorrow. What are we doing it? And you probably would do that. What would you do is that you would get prepared for that next class even. So this is the way you get yourself into the exam as well. So exam struggle is not only the failure, but also that arrangement that is to be done from your side that okay, I will not have this fear. I will get my preparation this in this top-notch level. I'll take it to that level that it won't be a problem for me. And I don't understand that why do people fear a lot of getting or sitting into the exams. We should be like thinking it about it like in a very positive way, in a very blessed manner that we are the ones who are selected for this exam or this challenge. There are a lot of people who don't even get to that point. I can see like 80 people, 100 people in the first session, and then at the end when we are like finishing the qualification, there are only 5 people or like a team of six kind of fighters who end up with the qualification. That's only because they prepared the way it was required. So keep yourself motivated for exams. The only way is to prepare, is to like give it any amount of time that is required. It may be 15 hours for you, it may be 20 hours for you, it may be 10 hours for you. It might have you having your professional qualification getting done with your practical experience as well, which is required in most of the qualifications that all the chartered accountants are doing. So
One,
we
one, one
have to, yeah,
Yeah.
even so. So that is the point. You cannot have any kind of leeway that we won't be doing any hard work. Hard work is number one, and number two is that you just have this positive mindset that okay, my exam is coming. It's either passing or failing, but whatever I'll take away from here would only be what I decide or what I choose to, and that is from the first day. So we only don't sit in the exams. We just go don't go and sit in the exam the last day. We know from the first day what we are doing and what we will get later on if we don't put our like all the effort that are required in it.
One important thing, Arsalan, I want to ask here is that I'll just go for one important question and then we'll just go for the last advice. Uh, Many students ask this, and that is one of the hot questions. That's whether we should start with the big four firm or whether we should go for the corporate or a small company,
Mhm.
big company, or Middle East or UK, or what should be my journey? Like from where, at what point? Like you started your career at 18 years of age, and then you moved to a lot of areas. You met a lot of people. You looked at a lot of successful and unsuccessful profiles. So what is your advice? Like what a student should be going on? Like they should wait for big four firm, or they should go for big 10 firm, or they should go for corporate, an MNC, or a small company. What should be the journey they should be going on?
Uh, the most important question is what is your interest? How hard working you are? Because I mean, based on the qualification that we've done, the right way or the most suitable way is to go for audit firms, obviously, because if you set up your goal that you have to get the accountancy done, the most premium place where the practical experience is more enriching is the audit firm. I'm not saying industry is not the one. I like switched over to various industries, and even in audit firms, you get the flavor of industries as well. But uh, the most important thing is to get your practical experience started as quick as possible because getting into the market is something very crucial. And from the first day, if you like have your professional qualification at the end of it, you would see that this practical experience would involve you in not only the experience at your CV, but also in terms of your mindset getting built as well. So getting into the market, it's very important from the first day. Try and get your qualification, getting along with your practical experience is it's crucial. And the the question that whether we should go for industry or we should go for audit firm, yeah, in my opinion, because it gives you a global mobility and you have various chances of only sitting in one place and having a lot of industries under your cover. It's uh, it's a very good exposure to get the audit firm exposure first, and this experience is has like helped me a lot as well. Like when I joined Coca Cola, the my interviewees they were like very much into it that okay the interviewers were saying that this person is coming from audit firm, so why audit firm has got a very positive kind of image on everybody is because from the first day they make you struggle a lot, they give you a lot of you know hard work to be done from your side, so you learn more, you learn early, you learn in a quick way, and a lot of industries help you a lot in making a better understanding of the industry as well. So when you get your articles done in 3 or 3.5 years, you have a lot of experience of various institutions or various segments of the industry. So you yourself become a product, and this helps you a lot in getting into the industry or into a higher position in a very lower I mean, small period of time because you have a lot of experience. So industry is better, but the best is to go for audit firms if you can.
Now, Arsalan, now coming to the closing thing, like what is the last and the important advice which you gave a lot of advice and obviously you shared your experience in a great manner. What
Yeah.
is some last piece of advice you want to give to these aspiring chartered accountants? Obviously, some are in the final stage, some are starting it, some are already doing job. Like, what your advice should be? Because when we look around, there's a lot of demotivation, and there is a very new mindset going on that, okay, leave the qualification, just learn a small skill and then pursue that only. Like, learn e-commerce and just start doing Amazon or something, and don't go for these structured qualification or pursuing any profession in a complete manner. So your last piece of advice to the students which really motivate them to continue with these structured learning programs and going for a complete profession.
Never lose hope. Be motivated. Try and complete your qualification as early as you can. Um, I wouldn't say that it's the end of the world if you want to be able to do a qualification, but it should be your world to get the qualification done. It's it's vital for your career, and getting into the qualification and then getting into the practical world is not easy. It's in both the ways a challenge. But yes, never lose hope. We we think that we might not be able to do it, but once we get into it, then we get to know how difficult it was or how easy it was for us because it all depends on how much effort we put into it. So the only thing is to keep yourself positive and motivated and try and get into the market as quick as possible. This is the biggest takeaway from here. Always think about how your parents have brought you here, how you are paying for all of the different papers that you've taken or the exams that you're taking, and everything that is coming as a background for you should keep you motivated to get it done. And wherever people are, the successful people are today, they've taken a lot of struggle. It's the word lot is very less for their struggle. Their struggle has been immense. It's not when you see somebody as a director or as a manager or as a CEO or a CFO, any big position that they are at, the struggle that they've taken is unspeakable. It's it's only something that you would experience on the way of your job training or on the way of your practical experience. So my only thing that I would, or the only message that I would convey to everyone is never to lose hope. Always give you 100% in whatever you are doing. Try and be more than 100% on that. Uh, Allah Ta'ala and I mean the other people in your life, they can only pray for you, but it's only you who has to do all the effort to get to where you want to be. So the only thing that I've always experienced in life is how much effort I've put in, and that has shown up a lot, big time in my career as well. I've never lost any hope in applying for jobs. I've never lost any hope in getting my exams done, and in all the challenges that I've came across throughout my career. So the prayers of your elders, then the hard work of yours, those endless nights that you spend in getting your goals achieved is something that you would never regret. Those are actually those days which will always make you remember that what you've done in your life has never been a waste. They've always given you a positive result. They've given you good achievements. They've given you a good life, and the student life, I would say, is a bit of a struggle when you start, but by the time you finish it, you feel like that it was worth it. So give you 100%, never lose hope. Your exams are not the only thing that are happening. It's a lot to see in your life. These are very small challenges that are coming in. The big exams in this world or in this life are going to be coming in later. So be prepared for everything. Things are going to be coming in phases. So don't think that this is the only thing or this is the only challenge that is coming in. Your professional world is going to be another challenge. It's going to give a lot of pressure to you because qualification or studies are only with us for some time, for some years until we finish them. But then when you go to get into the market, the pressures are different.
I know, Arsalan,
So
you are referring to married life also, that this qualification is just a small challenge which will just go out. There are big
not only
challenges which
marriage,
will remain
it's
forever.
not. Yeah, not only marriage, but yeah, it's in all of the phases of life, in all of the different uh, activities that you are doing every day, in your day to day even. If not doing it, you have to pay the price. So better prepare for it, and always have the positive kind of mindset that whatever I'm doing, I'm going to achieve it, and give your 100% in that as well. It's not only about saying that I would do it. You also have to do it in
I
essence.
completely agree,
Otherwise,
Sam. And I believe that what you said, that it's just the hard work which we can do, and we have to be staying positive, and we just have to go on with the journey. The failures will come, and it's just part of the journey. I remember that whenever I go for student meetup, and there are like 100 or 150 students sitting, a lot of diverse, some are alumni, some are students. So students always ask that, sir, we fail in the exam, what we should do. So I always say, okay, wait a minute. I ask the alumni, I say, okay, raise hands who have failed in their exams at least one time. So a majority of them raise hands. So I always say that, see, now they don't remember that what exam they failed. It's just like when we were
yeah,
in school and we forget to do a homework, like a small kid forget to do homework and he's so much stressed. That's the part of the journey. The things move on, but obviously the hard work is an important thing which remains connected. So, Arsalan, thank you for taking out time, and very much thank you for taking out time on the midnight, because it's the daytime here, but
yeah,
obviously at your side it's a midnight. But obviously you shared the great insight, and I hope that this discussion of today's was a really motivating one for the students. That okay, hard work, consistency. That's very important, and I missed that point when Arsalan was sharing about advice about the examining students. I remember his register was so important that students used to get a copy of his register or his copy, because that is how he has studied. And I know that he was doing the job, and not an easy job. He was doing a job in Bank Al-Fala. And if you remember, know that in Pakistan, the banking sector is always a difficult one. When you are at a head office or somewhere, it's always a difficult one. So Arsalan, thank you for taking out time, sharing great insight, and I wish a very best of luck to the students who are giving exam next month, those who are looking for job, hunting a job, doing their job. Stay motivated, be positive, and as Arsalan said, when you see a CEO, he was not a CEO when he was born. When you see us, we were not teaching so many students when we started. I remember I started my teaching career with two, three students. We started Mirchawala with a very small place. So it's the journey. And always think that, okay, if you get everything today, so do you have to die tomorrow? You have to live till 70 years. So obviously, it's part of the journey. Okay, that goes on. So Arsalan, thank you for taking out time, and best of luck to all the individuals who attended our session. Thank you.
thank you very much. Best of luck.